Okay. We've got our journal. And the number one thing we want to do is go back to the Wild Pines rep. We did talk to her, but she wouldn't talk to us more until we, she wouldn't tell us about the information on the lynching until we did a bit of a job for her. She wanted us to look into the drug smuggling in the city, and so we did just that. We found out some stuff, particularly about a woman driver who we never got to meet, but we found her truck with some interesting radio stuff. Yeah, like the character say, if it was easier to get the characters like that, I would go for the same. I actually need to re-up my my Welcome Moon Pass. It just ran out. That I'll pay for. Okay. So let's talk to Joyce. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
Neither do I. Pet your similarly wet coat. But we do have a coat on.
Very rugged.
Rugged.
Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
All right. I kind of like Joyce. I like her more than the head of the union, anyway. Esker, good to see you. Hope you're doing great today. I'm doing pretty great. Doing pretty great. A little tired, just because we streamed late Stellaris yesterday. I spoke with the lawyerman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes
70 XP, wow.
Word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located? It's good enough to conclude for now. Wait, where are these eyes located?
Doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
Well, at least we don't need to convince her that we did it, because she says, oh yeah, I saw you did it. 70 XP, though. That's a lot of XP.
Buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
Okay. Visual calculus suspects where her eyes are.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives.
Of course.
In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest.
See?
Now it's my turn.
Like I said, I kind of like Joyce. You know, we did the thing. She's like, is this going to happen? You're like, we're not going to tell you. She's like, well, you still did the thing. I know you did the thing. She's not trying to push further on her deal, which I really expected her to.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Yeah, he likes Joyce.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Iron and strawberries. What was that about bloodbath? Which we can probably only say because we got this intimidation check. Or hear back connection to the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony. What was that about bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
If there's gonna be a small-scale civil war, you know where's a good place to be? A boat that can sail away from it.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Already heard about the connection.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Right. Momentary lapse of faith. Did you need a security detail? Momentary lapse of faith.
Dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply an opening gambit, like you suggested, or a joke even. They did not appreciate the humor.
So we knew that the murder victim was this mercenary guy. I believe we knew he was from Wild Pines for sure. I think the union guys told us that. This confirms it though. Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not.
No.
These These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They're meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez.
3.
They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
So we knew it was an Oranese military company, I believe, but we didn't know it was called Crenel, and we didn't know there were 2 other mercenaries out there.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Trauma and stressor disorder, an alternate name for, like, post-traumatic stress disorder? Trauma and stressor.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
This part is still somewhat unclear. It sounds like he may have assaulted 2 women, but the Union wouldn't budge on it too much.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Well, that's new.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them.
Ooh.
The decision is already made.
Interesting. Oh, wow.
Investigation upon investigation here in Martinez, racing towards some dark deadline.
Legendary conceptualization. 14 points. 1 less point, we wouldn't even see this line. You made a mess here. I have to say, this is not disco. Maybe the investigations team can team up, you know, share resources and intelligence. Too many investigations, Martinez. Boy, oh boy, is that not good. We might be getting the too many investigations line because of the legendary conceptualization.
My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant
Hornet.
the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
I've seen videos like this. There's also the Japanese giant hornet, although that one can get swarmed by the bees.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
Right.
As I said, a bloodbath.
They are too powerful. They are Mandalorians. I can't see it happen. Too many things have to go wrong first. It's pretty bleak scenario you're describing. I think the confrontation is inevitable. This is a pretty bleak scenario.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Hey, I've got a name now.
All we can do is keep the rest from
Level
going
up.
the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
So we can learn about the woman who got assaulted, which we couldn't really learn about before. We can tell me about Crenel, the mercenary organization. Not much.
Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Downwell instead of
They
Crenel?
boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Right. She said they're not used to a urban environment.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Right.
Yes, All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Anything else?
Sadly, no.
No.
Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
But we have to get their names. We have to get the names of the... Well, actually, we could get the names of all three mercenaries. Don't we not know the name of the corpse?
You know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man.
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
You contact the company, tell them to call them
I
off.
have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here.
Huh.
Until they do, it's all on us.
She's saying they will call off the mercenaries, but it'll be too late.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Thanks, drama. Let's see. Did you know the colonel was hanged? Where are the remaining two mercenaries? We need their names so we can do that background check thing. Yeah, but you said you deceased... Well, yeah, you said the deceased assaulted one.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did they say? Wait, who did the passing on then? Huh?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
Okay. Well, the teenagers get back out and
The
say...
man was killed because he assaulted a local woman.
Right.
I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
That's what the Union told us when they said they killed him.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault. In
What?
connection with
That's
this.
not true.
Where did it take place? And when?
That's not true. The Union told us about it.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who is this woman? Which we don't know.
That's a good question, officer.
She doesn't know.
I don't have the slightest idea.
She doesn't know, and the
As I
Union won't
said,
tell
it's
us.
a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely.
Lely.
Service name. A nom de guerre, most likely.
Hmm.
He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man.
Cordy.
They call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Interesting. Just because we heard about a dangerous woman who had complicated radio equipment during the drug investigation. Huh.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
She
That's
passed.
all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50.
Okay.
It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw.
Older for a
It made it
mercenary.
difficult to estimate his age. Or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
His injury to his jaw gave him an accent all his own. Huh.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
What about the other two mercenaries? Where are they? She's not gonna know. They report to her sporadically.
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Will not be a fruitful meeting. Well, we still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually.
Whoa!
When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Where are these mercenaries? Logic 7 +1. Scab leader murder, bad reply. Scab leader bad acting. Didn't pass background check.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates.
We actually got a low roll on that.
Chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Right. Okay, right. Logic. Okay.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout.
South of the
They were
roundabout.
keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Okay, so we can talk to one of the mercenaries, and we already have. Yeah, he says... Absorbing save energy. Well, this is a direct injection. A direct injection of investigating mercenaries. So yeah, we knew they were selling off about the scab leader, but we didn't realize they were a mercenary until now. The other one just has a vantage point somewhere we probably can't access in a building above the roundabout. Just like her eyes. One must be the goon and ill-fated work closed by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so.
Plus 5 XP.
I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
There might be.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Wait, hold on, I gotta reread that. Hands are tied. How would the player react for you to be intervening on behalf of the Union? Okay, so she's saying, yeah, things are bad, but I can't help the Union. I can't do it.
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
And one is probably a building overlooking the roundabout. Another 5 XP.
Vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Practically accessible. Probably, literally inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens, no.
No.
I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
Okay. Have other
I
questions.
hope I can answer it better.
And finally, how much time do we
The
have?
executions start.
She doesn't know.
Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report.
Well,
the
I already
crimes.
did it, sort of.
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence and seagulls squawk over the bay, which we can hear. We can
It's a
hear.
matter of days, not weeks.
Days, not
I'm
weeks.
sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
And we've got one more question for
I
her.
can help you with.
One more.
Please ask.
Right, we have a picture of the tattoos on the mercenary's body. And can you could tell me about the tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She grabs
For
the
about
photo.
half a minute in silence.
It was taken with a Trigate not long ago. This is the
Oh,
upper body. There were
right.
no more markings on his hands or legs.
Right, she stays silent for 30 seconds. She hasn't actually seen the body. She knows about the lynching, but she's not been allowed into the harbor, and so she hasn't seen it until now. Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression. What do you think? Stay quiet.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Okay, what do you think?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I
Interdependencies.
can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Say nothing. Like blooms in a pattern. I don't actually even know what this sentence means, so I'm not sure if I want to say it.
Port cities. On the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the DeLorean century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
We've only heard it once or twice, but anytime they say the DeLorean, all I can think is DeLorean. What is the use of this map? What travels did dead man make? You could tell me more. Well, I mean, Measurehead might be able to tell me more, maybe. What's the use of this map?
The soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad.
Hmm.
This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
It's a soul map. What travels did dead man make?
Quite a few.
Hmm.
The Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande
She knows way more than I expected.
Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
What is that near his heart?
Revachol.
Right, okay,
Those are
here.
the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
Conceptualization.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Not their meaning.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semines Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
It's a record of his military career.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Right.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more? All I can think of is Measurehead.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture.
Okay.
This man was their friend and comrade.
Ask the guy at the Union Gates, but don't show him the photo.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
A dangerous side task. You're right, not a good idea. Leave it off the schedule. Well, I'm still gonna mark it down as a quest. I don't necessarily need to do it.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, we might go get killed. We might die if we go ask about these tattoos, but I'm probably gonna try to do it anyway. Look at this wall again? Not yet. I need paint. Wait, what's over here? Is there anything over here? Oh, right, she's over here. But we can't do anything with her.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
Surely there will be more with Kunes in the future, but not yet. Must you require my assistance? No, not actually. I mean, that card's not even in core anymore. Good to see, Admiral. Hope you're doing fantastically as we continue many investigations. We still haven't... Oh, wait, what's this? What's this little green thing here? A yellow plastic bag. Oh! Was that always here? So that's how we can pick up cans and stuff for a little bit of cash. Never found that before. Okay. Oh! These people are new too, I think.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
He's wearing one of the blue military uniforms, which we've heard about a bit before, although I'm not sure if that's the government or the revolutionaries. Angered Spirit of Vengeance. They could bring him back. Mine's getting destroyed in Zero Dawn. Oh boy. There are some tougher areas.
You're a man with a fork in a world of soup.
A fork in a world of soup.
Let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first, Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this. Ball game. Wait, should I ask what the game is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Grab the ball and show them how it's done. +2 for acting without hesitation. It's a little better than a 50-50 shot. Moment your time, fellows. Don't get involved in the game. Observe him first. I wonder if observe him first could actually give more points than acting without hesitation, but I doubt it. Yeah, we've only got a hand-eye coordination score of 1, but it's boosting us to 3 for acting without hesitation. Got it. We got it.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Feel the ball. Take in the surroundings. Let go. Be the ball. Feel the
The
ball.
cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball.
A sponsored.
Yours would only
Has a
become
company name.
bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight.
Says, you are the ball.
Nervous system calibrated.
You are the ball. There is no spoon.
Have merged into a single. The man ball. Ready.
Merged into a single and see the manball's ready. This seems more conceptualization than hand-eye coordination. Take in the surroundings.
The breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind. Everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
I said, what accent is this? I love it. Ooh, I don't know if this is a particularly accent. It's just a nice, deep voice. I don't know if there's a particular accent to it. There's time for a last glance inward. Who am I? I am the man ball, clearly.
An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
We've passed almost no hand-eye coordination or reaction speed checks, so this is kind of a brief glance at how some stuff in the game might go with that skill line. We're doing more of the intellect stuff and the psyche stuff.
Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
That's kind of English. Some would still say you're a cop. I guess we're beyond that now. I don't know, maybe. Inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. Be the ball. And now the ball's gone. Oh, but there's several others there.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
It comments you a tamer hand of fate. In terms of having a nice deep voiced narrator, I was gonna say it's a very, very different game gameplay wise, just being totally dialogue focused. But the tone of it, the poetry of the dialogue.
A whorehouse of shit.
It
It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
Companion cards at bottom left. Yeah, we've got our partner Kim. Kim's a neat guy. He's mostly a good guy, but he's not a complete, He's willing to bend some rules.
What the hell is your problem?
We became the ball. Not a weak right triceps, that's for sure. Problem I understand.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
We acted without thinking. We passed the check, but they're still upset. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Since anger, I don't understand why. Wait, what?
Vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
There's a lot more than 5 here. So I made a mistake. Are we good? P-tank. I thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done. You
Can I
are
swim out into the water?
You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try to fix this. Skip the task. Listen, guys, the ball's gone. We have a mirror solve, alright? I will try to fix this.
Mistakes are forgiven.
Hey,
And
good.
at least try to right their wrongs.
Okay.
I believe you will try.
Okay.
Now, why did you approach us?
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Because I hadn't seen him before.
You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Oh, Renee, I found your guard booth. Oh. I guess we... Yeah, it's unfortunate that we can't look at our inventory mid-conversation. But yeah, we found his guard booth. We took his photo. Which I probably don't want to tell him. Renee, I found your guard booth. You know anything about the man hanged in the backyard rolling in rags? You seem to be playing in a crater. Saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout, who was a bad guy, but maybe he likes him. Victorium is actually a similar dialogue than Fate. I meant to mention that yesterday. Which one was Victorium? That wasn't the big furry energy one, right? Found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Okay.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He
Okay.
feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard. I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl? I saw the picture and I took it. Must see it's on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right in the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why are you on leave? Who was working your shift that night?
It's a private matter.
Private
You see,
matter.
Officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Medical
I'm
assistance.
fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. To cut back on coffee.
Clutches his chest. Who was working the shift that night?
No one.
No one.
The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
I missed mission yesterday. I'm sorry. I must have missed it entirely.
Since last Monday.
Yeah, I'll take a half-second look. Just a screenshot or something. Victorium on Steam, an RPG featuring destructible environments, which they really feature heavily in their advertising. There's some shielded enemies. Definitely looks quite indie in terms of the environment. Decent reviews. Massive performance and quality of life update. Except I thought it might be an early access thing, but no, it's still getting updated, but it's been out for like 3 years. Yeah, I never heard of it. No one's been going to the container.
It's not actually an issue.
It's not an issue.
Look, officer, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Does Claire owe him a favor, or mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created
5 XP.
this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Okay. Here's an actual PTSD reference. I thought that other thing we heard could have been PTSD, but now I'm more unsure. Everett gets it. Big guys look after the small, and everyone working together. I love it. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. There is no middle ground. Do or do not. There is no try. Renee's but one man. We need a program to get all there to live back in the job market, to keep folks motivated. Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. He's an old guy. This is too much. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing, too. Proudly hold out the tear bag, which we just got that bag. This one's interesting, right? Because at first, it seems like this is like the socialist type statement: get the elderly supported, but it's get them back in the job market, which is it's a different legal statement. Yeah.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic?
He doesn't know how to reply.
Now?
I saw a picture in there. Who's the girl?
She?
Is nobody.
Nobody.
Refused to discuss it.
Lady is Jean-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Wait, Jean-Marie Bellew. Isn't that the lawyer for the union who was pretending to be the gardener? God, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out.
So we might be able to ask her about him. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the... Or at least... I mean, it's the same last name, right? I've been cutting back in the coffee. Today I'm extra caffeinated. Just because we streamed so late yesterday. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the back of the Whirling in Rags? Play a creator, saw the statue.
Unfortunately, I don't.
He doesn't know anything.
Like most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement.
Ah.
But this affair has passed me by completely.
Most of the locals?
Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them?
You have a problem with
Cop
cops?
is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen.
On
the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Thanks,
He
Renee.
doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about police women? So again, you don't know anything.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
It's not the most offensive statement possible, but you know he's saying yeah. There can be policewomen secretaries, but not detectives. Keeping the station tight, the men fed and happy, which he'd like. No duties RC women could carry out. Try to avoid voicing opinions on controversial matters. Let's just drop it. Oh, I mean, this might upset him. It might upset him, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
You see, this is not what we'd get into in chat. I'd say if I was 17. Right, yeah. There's this Principal Skinner scene in The Simpsons where you end up stuck like this. Well, you can go for this. You can go for this pretty easily. In terms of, cops have guns, and guns are great equalizers, regardless of any musculature. See if I was 17 here. Missed the dude. Alright.
Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
Right, now this is fair, but can we mention guns being a great equalizer?
Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
Alright, well, so yeah. He at least he doesn't get super upset about it, but I wish we could talk about guns. You should be playing in a crater. It's our Statue of Philippe.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Interesting variety. You know what created?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Like police are guns, sort of. But then I'm not police because I don't have my gun. It's lost. Fire from heavy artillery. Crater left behind by artillery fire, but why? Why was heavy artillery used?
That's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no.
Sadly, no.
Foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly, too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda.
He's lost. Yeah, we sold it to a pawn shop.
Bombs.
And somebody else got
We
it.
didn't so. And we lacked caliber.
Wait, what?
But the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
I mean, we've heard about some of the revolution stuff, but should have fought dirty like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda? Mad Ark is women strapped to shrapnel bombs. Huh.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why shall me hear Martinez? This feels the place away from people and buildings. Why shall me hear Martinez?
This is the damn beachhead.
Uh-huh.
Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
So we had a D-Day landing type thing.
This was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08.
Operation Deathblow!
Stella Maris and the Delta.
So if we actually had completed the communist thought line, I'm sure we could get really aggressive here. Shake your head, look down at the crater, not thoughtfully turn northeast. Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Which he's super into.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Coalition. That explains all the war damage. So everything's so bombed. Well, I mean, I might offend him if I asked, wait, the Coalition? This is being very ignorant of the in-game history.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Actually, I already know all this. Just wanted to know if you do too. That's why everything's so bombed out.
Right.
Damn right.
They let the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
It's a strange gleam in his eyes.
Approves of this radical approach. Knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence.
Is that true? I thought we had heard the communists are all gone. That's why we could become the last communist.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
He stops mid-sentence.
What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. Coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing, I don't think, I just do. I don't think the coalition's what is giving power to the cops, right? And it's not very effective. The union is rolling over the cops. Guess they understand how money works in this conversation.
No, they don't. But I'm sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting rabid commies,
ZB, good to see you.
boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
Boiling cats for food.
I would have preferred if the right honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Fouché
Oh, no, there we go.
from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Okay. I'm like, wait, he liked the king? I thought the king was terrible. But no, Frizzle was the bad one, right?
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere.
Toothpaste ads.
Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Toothpaste ads are the end of civilization.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Has flipped the third factor in this point towards the monument.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
That was
Yep.
100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Wait, who was Frissel?
Frissel.
Oh, so this was a different
It was the king
person.
we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him.
Okay.
And the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay. In a very public execution.
You mentioned this?
A true king in both blood and
So
mind.
yeah, this king he liked.
Before Frissel. He would have been better. But the damn commies drove him into exile.
Drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting drama line. So he says that the communists drove this king into exile, but drama's like, no, that king ran away. He ran away. He wasn't super driven to exile. He was just done. What exactly is this?
Reign is the king. Has everyone forgotten already?
They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything.
Hmm.
Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
Interesting.
It's no use
5 XP.
talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Composure Legendary 14. What is about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? I saw the statue Philippe near the roundabout.
Yes. King
Or Philip.
Philip III on his steed. A
Hmm.
reminder of what Revachol once was.
Okay. He said that Philip doesn't matter because it was 100 years ago, but our reading of Philip was that Philip was terrible king.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
This is what we heard.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
What was that about cocaine?
Old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the
Purple.
nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
It doesn't matter that he was super into drugs and stuff. He was the king.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision. To aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
Clarity of vision. Awareness.
He marks dryly.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
This is not the lines of dialogue I expected. And he says, but aren't we communists? You have options. You can do whatever you want. There's communist lines of dialogue. There's fascist lines of dialogue. There's moralist lines of dialogue. It depends on what you want to say.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
That's what I said. Such choice requires a boost every now and then. I sometimes need one too. Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users should even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM...
I don't want to get into a debate about
I
this.
don't want to get into a debate about drug politics.
I should have Chu King rule decisively.
Of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
I'm gonna get more negative bonuses to that check, but it's already down to 3% anyway. Seems like the leader should take care of the people for himself.
Nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was
That's
such
why it was
bad
madness,
news.
though.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
He's heard this rant many times
The
before.
Carabiner doesn't reply,
Hmm.
but his entire being communicates.
Right.
Unbreakable resolve. Alright, so hold on. Thank you for your time. Because this composure check, do we have any composure clothes? Do we? +1 composure. +1 composure on our black jeans. How close are we to learning about alcoholism, by the way? We're at 86% of learning about, we're trying to take the first step towards solving us being an alcoholic.
We are still waiting for our...
So by putting on our composure pants, we got up to 8% chance of success instead of 3%. Still very low.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Fritzell I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Fritzell the Fan?
Fischl the Fun.
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
That clown was our clown. You don't make fun of him.
There's something you missed. You'll get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. Gonna put our other pants back on. But yeah, we still have a negative bonus to our physical instrument until we finish learning about our alcoholism for the next 2 hours, 2 in-game hours. We can talk to him directly. I wasn't sure because he's so involved in this conversation.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston.
Got the sandwich.
More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a
struggle with your clown king.
Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance?
So we can ask him about Jean-Marie Belleau, and like I said, I think this is the last name of the lawyer for the union.
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her
Defile?
Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
You both know her. What happened to her? Sounds like it's between you. I've other matters to address. You both knew her.
Knew her. All right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
Okay, so they were together, and then he went off to the war.
And then you
Let me get the ball back first. Oh, in terms of the check, yeah. That's a good idea. But now, because I did the white check, I might have to level up composure if I want to try again in the future. No need for this to get ugly. Do not intervene. No need for this to get ugly.
It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
Well,
5 XP.
You stole her from me because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You.
He looks at me and nods?
No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
Well, what happened to her? Do not defile her memory.
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago.
2 years ago.
It was a quiet passage. Peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
Okay.
They parted. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
An 80-year love triangle. Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Nothing wrong with weighing your options first for 80 years. It's a bit odd. Women, right? It's a bit odd.
Technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
Pastry seduction. Great. 7 members are there and fall silent. Thanks for sharing. Hey, more XP.
Memories are all we have left.
What do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week.
That's all he knows,
That's all I know, really.
Alright. Come on, you must have heard something. No, nothing. Guys are good guys, I can see that. I appreciate that.
Accept them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar.
Oh?
The Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything.
He knows the
I always
Union?
keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Little bit of drama? Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I
No.
just know Evrard.
You know Everard. Okay, so we couldn't have gone down this line unless we had some drama score, it looks like. How do you know Everard?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies
Oh.
and history in the gymnasium.
No, he was like their gym teacher,
What
yeah?
do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath, and there
Oh, he turns to the
stands,
sea.
proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in the crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Okay, are you a Union member?
In many ways,
In
yes.
many ways, yes.
Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many
Oh,
ways.
yes.
You're not an actual member.
Not in the technical sense.
No membership
I don't
card,
have a
which
vote
I actually
on
have
the
now, I
membership
think.
card, but Evrard keeps me
Oh.
on the payroll.
He's
Just
getting
for
paid
me.
by the Union, though.
So that
And so is he!
him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Renee's eyes.
So he's getting paid by the Union, so is Renee, to be the
He
guard.
doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything.
He's a
I
weather
know
vane.
that. He's a weather vane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important.
Yeah, it's just that, yes, Daddy and Lightning both have been streaming some variety stuff. Check them out. And yes, he says that they like the comics option in video games. Well, you know, it's often the helping people out options. So I usually do light side playthroughs first, and then if I like the game enough to play it again, then let's kill them all. You gotta see the other road.
I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Where the little things do for Everard.
Writing work mostly.
Writing work.
Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
Wait, so did he write the speech? Is he the one who wrote down the, you know, every member of the union, a member of the board or whatever?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You one of these
I
socialists?
don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something
So you are
I
Weathervane.
involve myself in, officer.
Wait, how can you write those news pieces if you're not political?
Officer, I have
vivid imagination.
imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He plays with politics.
Just fluffs it up.
Right,
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
But you need to believe in something.
I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want. Even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable.
Come on, you.
No,
All right.
thank you.
Have a bite of your sandwich.
Professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Thank you for being consummate professionals. Can I have a bite of your sandwich?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
I want a reaction speed prompt. Take a bite of the sandwich.
Only one you have.
All right. Not that hungry anyway.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then.
28%. Convince him to give him your sandwich. Anyway. That's what I wanted. It's a rhetoric prompt.
The mere sight of police in Martinez.
28% chance.
Already. How can I help you?
It looks like you don't have enough high reaction speed. I got 28% chance though. -1 for throwing the ball into the sea. We might get a bonus later for getting a new ball.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
But he doesn't like being political. What is political?
This right here is political.
Your blood sandwich is a tool of oppressors. These options seem awfully fascist or communist. Who if I want to say them?
Say one of these fascist or communist things or fuck off. Whoa. Easy there, Goldmouth. He doesn't have to say anything. Re-engage cop mode and bail out, if you like.
We've already failed the check. It's not going to work. Bail out. Back to police mode.
All right. Let's hear them.
Maybe we can get a sandwich later with more points or after getting the ball. Damage looks like it could be caused by an earthquake. And we could still go in there. We heard a couple things about the radio. Do we have anybody new we can call?
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a sec.
I can call Sylvie, but...
Oh, great.
Have you seen my gun?
Anything at
Alright.
57?
I called Sylvie to say nothing. I didn't think we'd have anything new for Sylvie, but... Okay. What do we have now? Well, I bet we have some new things we can say to the Union after we've talked to her. And I also, the last thing we might do today is go confront the mercenary. Because we now know that the guy in the Union mob in front of the gates is one of the two mercenaries that are still alive. And can I mention... Beaufort. Is that not actually the other name we saw?
Why are you wasting your time?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I talked to Joyce, the mercenary you hanged. His friends are coming for you. Want to talk about the hanging again? Yeah, nothing new. But I can say about the mercenary friends.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Snickering in the room.
Snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
I don't know if I want to tell them about it, but alright, they're forming some kind of tribunal and coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come.
Let them come.
Right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
You know the single Cernese giant horn can kill 40 bees a minute. Cornell's bad news, you know that, right? Mercenary armed with automatic weapons. Joyce says they've gone rogue, nobody's controlling them. This is the encyclopedia thing, but I don't know if they're gonna get this. Mercenaries armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Well, if he has that, I guess he'll be alright. Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor.
Tries to get the last word in.
Haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
I'm gonna say the encyclopedia thing. Yeah, giant orc kill 40 bees in a minute.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees, they're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase.
He's trying to phase you.
What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
Yeah, Colonel's bad news.
So with the local gang. Yeah. What are they now?
These people are
trained military professionals.
Not. They're
uncoordinated and drunk. You're drunk!
More about them than you think.
You're drunk too! I upped the alcohol in your borscht. Choices have gone rogue, nobody's controlling them. I don't think I see a benefit in telling him that. Yeah.
Big fucking.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
They're
psycho scum.
Okay.
Oh, conclude with a shrug. I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you out. I mean, okay, you got this, you got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning them down I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. They're gonna wipe you out.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
Negative energy.
The situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Weak when you first met, warned with the tribunal. So it's still only a 3% chance, but we can try to establish our authority again. I think I'm wearing some clothes that put down my authority, actually. Yeah, our glasses subtract our authority. So if we take off our glasses, we might get like an 8% chance. I don't have any clothing that helps establish authority. Still, if we take off our glasses, we might get a slightly higher chance.
Circus left town, but the clowns are still.
And let's get drunk together. Well, we just need some of the borscht. Oh, it's still 3%. Yeah, we could level authority, but All right, 3% chance.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point your finger.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around. Harassing.
I wasted a good rule on earlier one.
All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
So this is because I didn't knock Measurehead out.
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
I haven't said anything racist. I just learned about racism. I haven't harassed any kids. I don't even have a gun. I haven't said anything racist. Not really. I just learned about racism from Measurehead.
Of course you have. You've been calling people Kip left and right.
That's not quite.
Race violence.
That's not true.
Callie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the
That's
fuck
not
that
true.
is. Trying to get the Kips out of Revachol before the economy goes...
Oh, jeez. I'm not racist. Look at my partner. Oh, jeez. I care about Revachol. It's people. If something for it, I think. That's a lie.
Oh, there it is. Callie said they're both purchasing confetti. Ribbons, too. And loudspeakers. And fireworks. Callie works at the carnival shop, you see?
Get the fuck out of here, you racist carny.
What happened? We got absolutely wiped. Let's go before it gets worse.
What's going on? Are you racist now? Is the rally real? Please don't set up any rally.
Please don't set up any rally. Oh, dear. All right. We lost a morale point. We tried.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass. There's a little... One can't...
Alright. We still don't know enough to look out there. Okay. The last thing I want to do probably is go talk to the... Our glasses back on. Our logic glasses. The last thing I probably want to do is go talk to the mercenary outside the Union gates, which might go terribly. We'll have to save before that. And yes, yeah, he says, look, yeah. That's not a good look. So...
This door...
So the woman is up on the roof, but I don't think we have any way to access the roof. I don't think we can do that from the balcony, can we? I might take a quick look. I assume we still can't grab our tie.
This fan has 2 changeable switches.
Nope, I'd have to put an actual point into the savior skill. What about the mirror?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Know the origin +2. Recited the poem to Tommy +4. It's an electrochemistry check. I think we have some electrochemistry clothing. We've got our electrochemistry gloves. And we've got our electrochemistry pants. Wait. Oh, actually... both these pants give a bonus to electrochemistry. But one puts our savior skill down, one puts our reaction speed down. When did I get the naval coat? I don't remember when I got this. +1 suggestion, -1 intimidation. Huh.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Alright, 42% chance.
Your face, adorned with the expression.
42% chance to stop the expression.
Still
dang.
Not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Dang. Oh well, we tried. Just getting our other stuff back on. Okay. Use that 9 on the previous roll I did, says lighting. Okay. We gotta verify that we can't access the roof from the balcony. I really don't think we can, but I want to check. No, doesn't look like. Unless I can shout to her? No. Alright, well, I don't know how to get up there. Maybe I can ask Guard about it? Oh, wait, there was a thought there. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Alright, I wonder if we can ask Guard about the roof. Probably not. Oh, you know what? Ooh, huh. That's an interesting idea. I just thought of something.
Another thing. Yes.
There's that mysterious blue door. That could get out to the roof, maybe.
The door.
But we don't know how to get through the blue door. Some cash there? Okay. Let's go talk to the mercenary. Which it said maybe we don't want to do. So we'll save before it for sure. And let's... well, actually, that's the main thing. Let's make sure that Manana and Measurehead don't have anything new for us.
How can I help you?
That weasel I visited. Turns out he's one hell of a racist mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Mug collection certainly represents antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mug? That's what the ruling class wants. Man with such a funny mug collection can't be that bad. All I'm saying is he had a lot of mugs. They were racist mugs.
Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
That's true. We can go talk to Everard, can't we, too? Because we actually did the door thing. Oh, man, I don't think we have time for that, though.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
The drawings are precise and look true to this.
Your silence betrays.
I'm surprised we can't ask Measurehead about the tattoo stuff. Okay. Talking to Everard will be interesting, but that'll probably have to wait for next week. Let's go ahead and talk to the mercenary like I intended. Definitely want a hard save here, because it seemed to mention this is a conversation that can go really bad or maybe not be worth having at all right now.
Right to work! Right to work!
Wasn't done asking questions.
Things are busy enough.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Think you maybe help me decipher some tattoos. You mercenary eye by wild vines. Oh, yeah. I think maybe help me decipher some tattoos. Take out the picture. Joyce said don't show him the picture. Let's ask about the mercenary first.
Hell no.
No.
I'm just an honest scab.
No.
Don't have talk like that around here. You understand?
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Oh, it doesn't read the second half of the sentence. Be careful. He's holding it deep in there. Deep in, but there are things in there you don't want to meet.
It just has to be said. That was not a convincing line.
Hell no, I'm just not scared. That doesn't sound too convincing. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance? Sounds very convincing.
Loincloth.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better not to press the issue further, sire. He seems tense.
Is there a tribunal being convened? Giant chest deflates.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies.
Take out the picture.
I don't think so.
He grunts, merely glancing at it. They were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there. Give him the photo. It was your colonel. Give him the photo.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it.
I think we're gonna undo this, but I'm curious as to how it goes down.
Surface. His face is unmoving. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah.
What can you tell me about the tattoo?
What it means.
Points to one tiny star on the webbed lines, away from the answer, almost on his stomach.
It must have been Seminine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one.
He squints at it, so small.
Here?
Actually, no, take the vote back, sure.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benital is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago, near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Actually, no, you knew him, right? About to get really graphic, pain threshold.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
I like to think... caught him having sex, huh?
We shot the boy. He was useless.
Nah.
The girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. But not too old.
Aha. Right. So, this is a useful conversation. Because we already know that the guy who got lynched did at least one sexual assault, probably two, maybe two, it's unclear. And he's going for it too. Makes you want to take the mercenaries down, so this is a useful conversation.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits.
He'd say it was getting really graphic.
Old body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
Okay, so they're nuts. They're completely... There's a moral line. There's a moral line about here where you can be on somebody's side. Like, well, you know, they went through a lot. It was war. And, you know, they're about over here.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
You were there. Not really scabbed. We've already accused of that. You were there? No.
I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer.
Which is his line. You're not really scabbly, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off.
Want to take my mask off and be an insane mercenary. Fun. Have the photo back.
Go ahead.
All right, now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Okay. Well, this is not what I expected, insofar as there's a lot of sort of moral grayness in this game, and, you know, politics that you can go either way type thing. But the mercenaries are being set up to be, like, just straight-up villains. They gotta go down. And so, that's interesting. That you have somebody way, way, way over the line. I'm curious as to where they'll take that. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know if we are gonna have enough time to talk completely to Everard. But we did open up that door for him, so he might have more for us now. What's our task list looking like? Replace the lost ball, add more beauty to the wall, but we got 5 of that. Go to the fishing village, but we can't do that until the bridge is open. Find the smoker, we can't do that till tomorrow. Find the armor pieces, get the boots off the victim's feet, which we have to get the body down first. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. It didn't seem like a dash measurehead, though. And well, wait, and we did... It's the mercenary, but there's somebody else. Prove your authority, which is pretty tough. We have to wait till tomorrow for this. Oh, Kuno lied to you. Return and confront him. Oh, right. And we have another thing we can talk to Kuno about, because we got the drugs, but I don't want to give him the drugs. This one we can't do till tomorrow either. May take a while. This is the one we're pursuing right now. Find a way into the whirling secret passages. Right, that one we don't know. Track your badge down. Then karaoke. So despite how many things are on our list of things to do, the vast majority of them we cannot do until tomorrow at the earliest. We can still, if we can do it before it's nighttime, we could still potentially go talk to the bookstore owner. But we seem to have things pretty well covered, honestly. And I may be totally wrong. I may be missing a whole area. But Most of this stuff is locked in time until tomorrow, until we can get across the waterway. We can talk to Everard here about opening that door. And then he said he'd talk to us about the lynching.
Mr. Dubois, every worker
leans to you or to you, waiting for your complete sense. Remember the board, living God, is an organ in the great state organism of war. Also looks just like me. Every worker for himself. Well, a member of the board is the end of the sentence.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
We actually have a lot of new stuff. I did a lot of new stuff. I'm told the union's involved in the local drug trade. I just finished investigating local drug trade. Remember that container? Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light-bending guy inside. I didn't think we did. He's just gonna say, "What the heck are you talking about, you crazy person?" But we did do that. Oh, the door you asked me about. Can we discuss the mirror now? I did it, Everett. I made it even shadier. Wait, what's this about? Met Joyce, the company representative. I said, yeah, what the heck are you talking about? Turns out there's a mega rich light-bending guy inside that container.
Mega rich light-bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
So rich you could get in anywhere. Slime like him must bruise in through the cracks. Must be in the container when someone actually closed the door. I don't know how to get in there. He's so rich you can get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega-rich light-bending guys.
Kim, tell me he was there. He may have figured out anything. Kim, tell me he was there.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
You're a socialist. Mega-rich people, too. He's a nice man. Gave me stock tips. Yes, the transportation of the mega-rich should be tightly regulated. Didn't seem like he was safe. Should be honored by the presence of this Magnus. He was a half of Ashalian blood and amassed his wealth using mysterious bond of nationhood. Race transportation of mega-rich should be more tightly regulated. Mega-rich people too. He was a nice man. Give me stock tips.
No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. Soon, he'll bring the others. All 3 of them. Thank you for telling me. I'll see to this immediately.
Soon he'll bring the other mega-rich light-bending guys.
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
We still got 5 XP for that ludicrous line of conversation.
See you soon, Debarder. Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals, huh?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martin A's. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Told Joyce that I met you. What happened to the previous negotiator? Joyce said the previous union leader vanished in mysterious circumstances. Joyce thinks the union is lowballing her. Why haven't you let her in to see you? That's a good question. What happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
Made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an owl like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this?
What is
Honestly,
this?
I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry.
Wait.
I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
I'd never call anyone this. Wait, I just called you this. What?
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Choice of the previous union vanished under mysterious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Easy drama. Joyce didn't mention casserole.
Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Challenging conceptualization.
If it's blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
Okay, doesn't seem like he killed the previous union leader. Joyce thinks the union's lowballing her.
Yes. Lowballing, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Told Joyce I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
You cannot but notice the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations is actually pleasing, Everard.
Interesting. Challenging rhetoric. We got 12 out of 12 points. Any less, we wouldn't get this. Okay, that's cool, is what we would get. Sounds like you want me to tell about conversations.
No, Harry.
5 XP?
I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debardairs Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
As he squeaks his chair.
He really doesn't seem to mind.
He's incredulous.
Sure, he thinks. It's about transparency.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
How about someone else?
Harry, let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
Okay.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
Tell her about the picture of my brother, the swordfish clock. I saw the swordfish. I didn't realize it was a clock. Yeah.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
It's weird how open he is about talking to Joyce. Okay. I mean, there was no real choices there, but let's keep making saves.
Every worker...
Told the union is involved in local drug trade. What?
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy.
I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
We will do what we must. You will try.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you.
Thanks, I like this guy.
I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Team Harry.
Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I know you'll never bring this up again, Harry. Because you wouldn't want to wound me. I'm finished investigating the drug trade.
Yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to this.
He just doesn't want to talk about it.
Now let's talk real business.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
He doesn't care about the drug stuff at all. I made even shadier. Can we discuss the murder now? Made even shadier?
What?
The brew, the shady brew.
How could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job. I love it when workers take the initiative like this.
We got a new level up. We have 3 skill points we can spend now. Or we can discard thoughts we don't need. Speaking of the thoughts, we're at 94% on this one and 93% on the alcoholism one. So that'll finish soon. Alright, can we discuss the murder now?
Very glad to hear that.
70 XP.
One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
Absolutely I did.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I may have gone inside and see a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. We saw the flag of old Rivershell on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. I could lie, but may have gone inside and see a collection of racist mugs.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to know what you've been about. Mug collection I mentioned in the apartment. Found a similar mug in the trash with the hangman's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Everard is an interesting guy. I don't like him, but he's a little interesting.
It seems to be true.
This weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Great technique, made great sergeant. More police work than whacking a man every baton. I'll talk him up. Make a great sergeant.
I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
I got 5 XP for talking him up. Like the way he says, Harry. I've heard about connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to know what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys.
He's right.
Wild Pines.
Oh, well.
Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I meant the bad guys, the mercenary organization that, raped and butchered a girl. You know, that thing we just heard about. That's what I meant by the bad guys, not Wild Pines. I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor.
We know all this.
Imagine that. Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire. I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenai, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Now, it's interesting. If I had come and done this conversation before talking to the mercenary outside the gates, I'd say, oh, he's exaggerating. He's exaggerating. Of course, mercenary group Warzone, there's been things like this, but not as much as he's implying. But no! It's worse than he's implying, or at least as bad as he's implying.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Wait, your village elephant? Go on, thank you very much.
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
He's right. Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, you move your container?
Yes. I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container.
Fun container.
The killers, the
Boston, good to see you.
I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types.
He's right about this too. Now, we learned this from Joyce, but you can learn it from him as well.
One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey.
Right.
Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy. The one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the pushing? Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood.
Which is...
making sure everything runs smoothly.
Which is the Hardy Boys. We already know this too.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Again, it's a slightly different perspective, but everything he said we already know, right? Unlike when we talked to Joyce, where we learned lots of new things.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martin A's boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
How do you know the merchant was hired by the shipping
How
company?
do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
They didn't used to be called Sediment. They used to be called Downwell. We learned that.
I believe the scabs were organized.
Although maybe there's been even more rebranding.
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Alright, so yeah, we know some information, so we can confirm. Name of the company's Crinnel this time. I've been saying it before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
I don't know if I should tell him this, but the remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Wait, he's happy about the tribunal? He wants war in the streets? Maybe I'm glad I told him that, because that's interesting. You don't seem too worried about it.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
Huh. Mentioned lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn
Which we
out
knew.
fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group.
Ah,
Got a lot
interesting. Yeah, so Theo doesn't talk. At one point, we were able to say, Theo runs you guys. And he, like, grunted and there were some, like, awkward looks or something, because he used to run them. But now Titus runs them.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
Probably Glenn.
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them.
Which we very have.
Fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
He's betting on them being useless to you.
Challenging logic. Which they weren't useless. You know, they immediately confessed to the murder. We already knew that. I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course. It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this.
Oh!
See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Here's $5. Wait, why are you giving it to me? Take it. I don't want you up with Harry boys. Wait, why are you giving me $5?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
I don't need it. I don't want you up with Harry boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
He offered us like $25 earlier in the game, but we turned that down too, right?
Was it
Good talk. Let's conclude for
I'm
now.
not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Now he's reminding me of Armstrong? Senator Armstrong in Metal Gear. What I really want, I do need capital and votes. Wanna know why?
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Not man of the left, I'm a patriot of Rochelle. You're right not to trust me. Take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. It's another corrupt scheme, isn't it? Neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. I like the hustler line, but I really like, what's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Where are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Righteous, tubular.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where's this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal.
Which we can't go across the canal yet,
A
right?
little village, they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills.
Hey, that's what we promised the Make Rich guy we would do. We did. We talked about. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a youth center, right? We talked about making. It was like a youth center, but it was also education, right? It was like economic education. They're like, it's gotta make people make you more money later. Yeah. Mega rich light bending. Yeah. What happened to the current occupants?
They're just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's getting up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
He means it.
He means it. I was gonna say, as much as Everard is manipulating, I think Everard's never actually lied to us, right? He hides his true objectives, but he never outright lies to you, I don't think. Kim, what do you think about this?
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
We'd gotten all of it from Joyce, really.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
Right. But I do like their empathy, you know. You would assume in a standard game quest like this, you know, he's trying to get people kicked out of the neighborhood. It's like the empty lot in Yakuza, and to do something nefarious. But I mean, it's his objective. It's increasing the Union power. It's increasing the Union power. It's making more people more loyal to the Union, which is things Yakuza do as well. But it's not out and out scummy. It's power building, but it's still a potentially positive thing for the area. Even if it makes things positive to give him more power, it's still positive. So, I mean, I'm thinking this task seems less shady than the one before, maybe.
You bring
maybe.
joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here, you need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
And
most certainly, Harry.
Right. Can we go over more details of the murder? We can finish the thought.
Indo tribe. Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Cylinder. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
You hustled this. Well, you didn't hustle. No, this is not hustling. You out and right stole stuff when you were a kid. You get 10 cents for every green orb clicked. Well, that's a nice little bonus. Nice little cash bonus. Anytime we see a green orb, that's anytime we look at anything. Now, we've already looked at a bunch of stuff, but there will be new green orbs to click once we get across the canal, I'm sure. We'll make some money off of it. Alright, well, there's always one more sentence, right? There's always one more sentence, and we should swap over to Hearthstone, but I would like to hustle back. I would like to hustle back to... And can we do fast travel? There is some way to do fast travel, but you have to be in a particular area. But yeah, I really would like to find out where we can fast travel from. I have not figured it out. Regardless, yeah, I want to hustle back, and I would like to talk to, who? Oh, I would like, now that Everett said they would talk to the Hardy Boys about cooperating with us, I'm wondering if that will, make the authority check really easy now. We'll hustle back as quick as we can. Can we look at the payphone again, by the way?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
42% chance, dial random number. Heard your name +2, long way home +1.
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Still calling. Then...
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental.
Video rental.
10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you?
Thank goodness that the world of Disco Elysium still has Blockbuster. What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy.
Do I know you, Lemmy?
No.
What is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Why'd I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
My name is Harry Dubois. Do everything under my name.
Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November '46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one.
Not a fun film, Blue Ocean Hell. What kind of film is that?
It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Ziemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Well, we got 5 XP. Oh, can we get the phone again now we've done that call or not?
The payphone hangs mutely.
Nope. Anyway, so yeah, the lonesome long way home. Everything that we've done related to that seems to indicate you can't go home again. You can't go home again, but I don't know. It's an interesting game. There is a chance of sorts that, oh, we talked to Everett again. Mañana, you got anything new?
Hola, Wandering Man.
Nope. There's a chance of sorts that maybe there's some super good ending. If you fix all your problems like I'm doing my best, if you investigate your alcoholism with the lonesome wrong way home, etc., maybe there's something you can do. Maybe you can reconnect with your old life. Maybe. Probably not. So wait, who did I want to talk to? Oh yeah, I want to talk to the Union one more time. Because we may have got bonus that check. We got a really fun deck in Hearthstone today, though. We got a mage deck with 4 legendaries. I'm looking forward to that. And then next time, not today, but next time, we do have some stuff to save Kuno. We got the drugs from his dad, and
looks like
we found out he was lying about Mañana.
Clowns are still here.
Me and Everett talk. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Pretty much.
What's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature guy, Everett sent word, right? Why you push me some more and find out? I would never tell on someone. Let's change the subject. Ah, come on. Everett said word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now, fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
We got +2 from warning about Tribunal and +2 because Everard has to cooperate. We do get another shot here, but it's still a low chance. It's going to be the last thing we do. We'll probably just fail the check. We need to make sure we put on... Oh, we can look at the white envelope.
Take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40-month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Huh, look at the zoning plan.
Cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to...
I think we go about 75 minutes. It's probably not.
Square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Big youth center. Cuts into the ocean.
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings. Almost wall to wall. Practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say.
Ominous or cool?
My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Try to find a loophole in the deal. Logic 7, +1, centers close to houses, +1, ominous shape, -1, cool cubic pyrite. Our conceptualization actually gave us a negative bonus, or a detriment.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, where are the ramifications of this? Look, I'm pointing to the folk up. These people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it? It'll be tough on the villagers, but I guess that's cost progress. Where are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
I thought they said it was going to take 6 months, but okay. Look, Ken, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
By the time he finds out, we'll be gone.
We'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village.
That's a good point.
We'll try forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
That's a good point. Interesting. You can forge the signatures. By the time he finds out, we'll be long gone. The game will be over. That's cute. Okay, we're gonna put on our... we're gonna take off our anti-authority glasses and try to pass this check, and that'll be the last thing we do.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Alright. We got 17% chance before switching to save file 17. 17%. Let's go.
You have so many bad options ruled out. It's insane. There is no way in the world you won't do it this time.
This option. Now, Kim, I need your gun. Let's do this real quick. Because we did something similar to this, which got us killed, but I don't think this one will. Kim, I need your gun.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
What? What? Who? Me? What is it?
Yes. You. Stop talking out loud. You sound like you're unraveling.
Everybody calm down. This is only a demonstration. Turn to Kim. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Trust me, Kim, I am merely flesh. There's no other way. I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job. I'm not scared anymore. I know what I have to do.
And what is that?
He does not like that phrasing. Neither do I.
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first day on the police job.
Police job?
Right.
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful. It's loaded.
Item gained! Kim's gun! Feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand like a funny toy.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
I want to point at them. With the barrel in your mouth. So behold, the demonstration. Give the gun back. This is getting too scary. I want to point at
I
them.
want to point it at them. Quit your whining. Everyone knows how to do that. You're a special man. You're going to point it at yourself. Go ahead.
Barrel in your mouth.
Show them.
What are you doing?
Damaged morale. Short gold barrel touches your lips, tastes like iron in hell.
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
These are my thoughts in my head. You will never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me. Better get ready to respect me in 5, 4, 3. I'm not effing this case up. Finger on the trigger. You will respect me. I gotta kill myself now. Pull the trigger, which would end the game. Not effing this case up. Finger on the trigger. You will respect me.
Solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping at all.
Yeah, because I sort of wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
Never forget what happens in 5 seconds. You don't respect me.
The cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
Someone good to see you. No bones.
That is
Sounds
not
relaxing.
what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun now.
He's desperately trying to offer a counter-narrative. There is none.
Respect me in 5, 4, 3.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2.
2, 1. Do it. Get this one thing right. No. Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late.
You can still spin this as some kind of tactic.
There will be no spinning. Do the honest thing.
These are my thoughts in my head.
The fuck is...
Nothing. Give me the gun.
Alright. So, I mean... Give the gun back to Lieutenant. I want to see...
Thank you.
If this gives us a bonus or
Nothing to worry
not.
about here, people. My partner likes to play these jokes. Here's what you call dark.
He is infinitely grateful to have that gun back on his belt right now.
Dark? What the fuck was that, you carnies? We haven't seen RCM in 4 years, and this shows up?
I knew he wasn't gonna do it.
No. I still have my money on him.
Sooner or later, he has that look. Did you like my funny joke? Let's go back to pretend it's never happened. She left me, I know it.
Do not think your failed suicide attempt will win you any pity from these men. Do not expect them to forget it either.
Again, it was a dark joke.
5 XP.
Maybe we should go for a little walk, Joker?
Did not modify that. Anyway, so, like I said, presumably pulling the trigger just ends the game. Okay. You do get 5 XP, but it might affect the game later, you being super nuts. Boy, so there was still one more thing there, though, wasn't there? Oh, right, I wanted to say to Kim, man, these authority checks keep failing for me. You want to see the game? Well, I mean, fine, we can do it quickly. It'll probably just bring up the newspaper scene. There might be an animation of us blowing our heads off. Here, let's just spam through it.
You have so many bad...
Why?
This is... I'm afraid it's not. Yes.
What in
Bad.
the fuck? Easy, Shanks.
Police...
The pressure.
Be careful.
Good. Now put it...
Let's see what the newspaper said. I guess it might be slightly different.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
We'll so...
Yeah.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't... He's...
No.
2, 1. Do it. Get this one thing right. No. There will be no spinning.
Yep. Deranged cop kills himself.
Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point.
Making a
Can't
point.
say I'm surprised. Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place, commented he was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
Alright, yeah, he was making a point. Okay, here. I want to see if Kim lets you bypass the check if you tried 3 times to establish your authority. I guess I'll still try to pass the check one more time, push it to a 17% chance. But yeah, I want to see what happens when you try to get Kim and Billy out.
The circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look,
and of course it passes.
Swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Yeah, you guys are the authority around here. We've seen this before.
I believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
You guys are the authority around here. Must be. You're like real cops, drinking beer, sitting around.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm drinking the job too. I don't care, just like you guys. Big fan of beer. Jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job like you.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Those rape, she needs counseling when you talk to her. It's not about who did, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
Freight train.
What's her name?
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O.
Was that the girl from the very start of the game? First person you talked to?
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Miss Disco Dancer? Classic. Keep your cool. 8% chance. Said you don't remember being a cop. Said you don't remember really.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm.
Right.
Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Since we lost a point, since we missed the check, we lost a point of morale. What was the relationship with the mercenary? What was the rape? I think I know her. Laughs nervously. Relationship with the mercenary.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
And we would get better questions.
His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough.
So we would probably get better questions.
Stated investigation.
Less nervous questions. What's your relationship with her?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look.
They fall silent.
What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
When was that?
We did it before we killed him.
Right.
He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right.
2 weeks.
Maybe. I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
She partied. What does that mean?
What do you think I meant?
Drugs. Did you do karaoke? Laugh nervously. Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right?
Yes. Yes. And no.
No karaoke.
Got something to say about it?
So you were close.
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
Don't be into
it. He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
I don't think I should say I think I know her, but...
You don't know her.
You're right, I don't.
Good boy.
Thank you, we'll talk to her.
Remember what I said.
Freight chain of pain if you question too hard. Boy, okay. So, but, well, I suspect we get into the same conversation if we get Kim's help. I still really want to see what Kim says. If you fail the check, I accidentally succeed at the check. But I really want to see what happens if you have to ask Kim to do it for you. That was the whole point. But I accidentally won. 10 years later, I know, right? There's always one more line to say.
You have so
okay, there. Now we failed.
Options ruled out. It's insane. There is no way in the world you won't do it this time.
Kim, I'm total garbage at this. Or I'm getting total garbage here. Please help.
You know what? You guys must be the cops. Because this is what cops do, right? Live in a bar, sit on their fat asses like they own the place, while the neighborhood goes to shit. Corpses hang from trees. Kids shoot up.
Hey, we don't have to fucking take this shit.
Glenn.
Everyone shut up!
Oh.
Fuck you, man.
Okay, yeah, right.
Congratulations on the
Then there it is.
Don't let him drink that. One more push.
Titus?
She stops mid.
You want to talk? If you don't.
And there it is. Yep.
Glacia. I'm on.
Shit.
And then you get back into it.
Yeah. Sure. Why not? I don't understand.
Nothing.
Calm. Normal.
You don't know her. Not the way I do. You don't know her. Good boy.
Okay.
Remember.
So yeah, if you fail the authority check twice, then you can just get Kim to bypass it for you. And you end right at where we were anyway. We can talk to Kim. But we're going to do that next time.